Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, I'm Katie and welcome to the Bookish adventure. So today we're going to be doing my May wrap up and June. Oh my god, June TBR, that is horrible. First things first, my mum is next door sewing, so you may suddenly hear a lot of whirring. That is because she's taking up some jeans for me because I'm a very short person. So this month I read 3 books and finished 2 of them. I read 716 pages and I listened to 23 hours and 14 minutes of audiobook. So it is currently the 27th, so I'm filming on the Thursday before, so a week prior. So I will read a bit more, so my numbers will bump up a bit more by then. But yeah, I always have to film earlier. It's so annoying. So the first book I want to talk about is Children of Blood and Bone by KatiEllen. So I started this last month because I just couldn't wait anymore. I really needed to read this book. I gave this book 5 stars. It was so good. If you caught my reading vlog, you will know how much I love this, how I felt all the emotions, how I was so conflicted at points. It was just so good. I definitely want to do a book review on this. I wasn't sure at first because obviously this book has been around for a while, but then I thought, well, you know, the sequels come out and this year for my TBR I wanted to read a lot more books by Black and people of colour, and so it just kind of made sense that, as well as flooding my Instagram feed because I would do a written review, it would just make sense that I would do an actual speaky talky review and also flood this feed as well and highlight some Black authors on my channel. So this book is about a kingdom that once thrived and was ruled by magic, and then the current king, who is a dick, has his reasons. He finds a way to get rid of magic, and when that happens, the raid happened, and that is basically when they just went in and they slaughtered everyone. Like, they just went for it. And then after that, it is the suffering and the, like, they're not even like second class citizens, they're like 1,000 class citizens. Yeah, those who would have become magi are just enslaved. They are just degraded. It is horrible. And our main character, Zelly, she is given the chance, this scary, terrifying chance, to bring magic back to help free her oppressed people. And it is a big, massive burden for her, and she's aided by her brother and a rogue princess from the royal family. Anyway, it is so good. So the second book was my audiobook, and that is Kingdom of Copper. So I actually finished that this morning. I was very happy and I gave that 4 stars. I really want to give it 5, but I just can't. I found that, like, with the first book, everything just kind of happens at the end. Like, everything just happens. I will say this one probably started gearing up way before the end, whereas I remember with the first one just suddenly everything happening, whereas with this one you could tell it was coming. It was really building, and like it was one thing, one after the other after the other after the other, and I was like messaging my friend like, seriously, this is happening right now. It is definitely more I guess it's more character driven. Oh my god, because it's split from 3 point of views. You have Nari, Ali and Dara, and Dara is away from all of them. So Dara is almost like this whole separate story that is about to just explode onto their lives, so they are just kind of so unaware of it, whilst Nari and Ali are dealing with their stuff, and the royal family are just spiraling. They are just so fractured, and the further this book goes, you do kind of think, Jesus, like, are they actually ever gonna end up on the same side together? Is this ever gonna happen? So Nari wants to build and restore a hospital that is going to treat everyone, not just her people, not just like the jinn and the wealthy. She wants everyone, and obviously there is conflict within that because opposing tribes don't like the others, and there has always been this divide, and Ali is very known for having his very mindset being a certain way and not liking certain people, and it is that trying together because he actually does support it. I didn't realize that the book was going to start 5 years after the last. I really appreciated that because I'm so used to books just being such a constant continuation. It was really good to see that it meant that you could develop the story just a bit more differently, and it means, yeah, it was just nicer that a lot of stuff could have happened in that 5-year period to help with the transition of everything. But I'm really looking forward to reading the last one because how it ended, I'm just like, how has this happened? How are you gonna get back? All the betrayal, it was really good. So the final book I picked up this month, because let's face it, I could not wait anymore. This was scheduled. I was meant to read this earlier this year, changed my mind, read The Crossing Places, and that was such a stupid idea of mine. So now I'm reading it. We Hunt the Flames. Sorry, I had a hair on my face. We Hunt the Flames by Hafsa 5-star. Get off me. I have been looking forward to reading this for so long. I just kind of kept forgetting about it, and then the sequel came out and I was like, oh my god, yeah. I've just just the love for this book is just ridiculous. I have finally started it. I am really enjoying it. I'm not halfway yet. I'm getting there, but I'm not quite. It is so good. I wasn't expecting it to be from two perspectives, so I'm really looking forward to when those perspectives finally come together. Oh god, it is so good. Why did I wait? So we are following our huntress and our prince, and both have the same goal, and it is to basically travel through this dangerous scary forest, get to a dangerous scary island in which to find this missing item which could restore magic. So our huntress has the opportunity to restore magic to the kingdom and have like a better life, because when I'm reading books really similar, the kingdom is split up. I think it's into 6 different areas, and her area has turned into permanent snow. She doesn't remember a time when it was sand. So all of the kingdoms have sort of faced weird things from the disappearance of magic. There we go, that's what I was trying to get to. And then the sultan, he's a sultan, and then you have like your I want to say I don't know if I'm saying it right, Caliphate, I can read it but I can't say it. And basically they're like your lords. They're like your lords who are in charge of each realm. There we go. And they answer to him and they keep him in check, and in return he keeps them in check. However, it is clear that the sultan is wanting more, and he is clearly going to want this magic for himself to do just wrong things, because let's face it, power hungry bitches. So she has this opportunity to do that. And then on the flip side of that, you have the prince, who is basically the sultan's assassin, and I feel really sorry for him because he is full of emotions and compassion, and his father is just a monster, and clearly something has happened to him because he was never always like this, and he's like trying to just beat it out of him, and he's just like, yeah, compassion is your weakness basically, and he's like, just go kill people, just run along, slit throats. And so yeah, he has sent him off to try and find the hunter. No one is meant to be able to travel through this dangerous magical forest, but she has this gift and she can, and people are kind of aware of her, but they don't know she's a girl. And so yeah, basically it's find the hunter, get to this island, get this magical forbidden like object, and then kill everyone else. Basically he wants it for himself to do god knows what. So where I am at the moment, they've literally both set off from their opposite ends to go through the magical forest on their way to travel across the sea. So it's kind of like this great big adventure. She's kind of finally getting a chance to do more and to fulfill more, because in the area that she lives in, basically if you're a woman, everything is your fault. Basically anything you do that could be perceived as good is gonna be like, oh well, it means something awful will befall us. As usual, misogyny wins. So the books that I want to read this coming month in June, I'm so excited about these. I'm going to continue on with the Harley Merlin series, and that is with the second book, which is the Something Twins. I cannot remember what it was. I looked it up and I've completely forgotten. The Mystery Twins. So as I said before, this book or series definitely has a lot of potential, and I'm really excited about that, to sort of see more world building, to see how their magical realm land, how all of that sort of fits in with the human world and all of that. And it's going to be having her again trying to become accustomed to no longer being alone. She's always been by herself. She's never known other magical people, so it's seeing her now kind of try and fit in with this new life and with other people, and actually be able to have an extended family, as well as finding out more about her past. And then these two magical foster children kind of get thrusted into a dangerous situation, and that is naturally going to tug on her heartstrings, being of a foster kid background. So I am looking forward to this because my friend really liked this series, and she like reads everything and hates most things, so the fact that she feels like it's actually really good has got me like yes. And I need more Wizarding World books. I kind of miss that world, especially when it is based within a real world, and seeing how it fits in. And then the second book I'm looking at is Queen of the Conquered. I'm so excited for this. I mean, the cover alone, I'm just like, good lord, just look at you. The sequel is just as beautiful, my goodness. I'm so excited for this. This has been on my list ever since I started researching more after the whole Blackout bestsellers list, and yeah, I just went like into a deep dive. I'm pretty sure this was featured in my Yar Black authors adding to my wish list, and I'm really excited for this one. So this one is based around a girl called Sigourney who once again, massacre by colonization, yay, and she is the only survivor of her family. So the king of these now, like the now so-called king of these islands, he has no children and has decided that he is going to pick an heir from the noble family. So this is when Sigourney uses her abilities to control and read minds to infiltrate and exact her revenge. She's going to try and make her way to these islands, infiltrate these noble families, and my hope is to slit some throats. However, there is someone else else on this island, clearly with a similar motive where they are using magic and she's kind of being targeted, and it gets to a point where people are being picked off and people being killed and suspicion is kind of being looked at her. So the sequel to this book, I'm not actually 100% if it's a continuation or it's just set within like the islands within the world. Either way, I don't care. I mean, I'm getting quite excited and quite hyped for this book and I haven't even read it yet, but I got some high hopes. I don't know why, just everything about it, I just think, oh my god, it's gotta be good. And then the cover and I'm like, it's gotta be good. So I am really looking forward to this. I feel like this may be a tackling read with the whole colonization and murdering. I was really unsure how Children of Blood and Bone was gonna go, but all of that happened prior to the story, but we get a lot of from like flashbacks from her memories and just her emotional state and everything she goes through when she thinks back to the night when her mother was murdered. So this book could be very similar to that, and I kind of hope it is. So I'm interested to see where it starts and how that side of things are tackled. Again, excited for more magic, because apparently that's all I read nowadays is just magic and people being oppressed. I think out of all the books I picked this year, this one was definitely quite high in my high expectations list. I don't know what it is about it, but there's just something about the story that has really just like got me. But I really don't want to come back next month and be like, not good guys. I'm just really hoping for good things with this. Other than that, I don't really have anything else that I really want to read. I've got a couple of novellas I definitely need to read before I pick up the sequel book, but otherwise I'm kind of just going with the flow. I'm trying not to be too hard on myself reading wise. Work is just really challenging at the moment, so yeah, I'm having lunches later, which means I'm around more people at lunch, so I'm reading less. So I'm just trying not to be too hard on myself about not reading as much, which is crazy disappointing. And I'm also probably thinking I'm gonna have to quit the gym as well, because again, work is just making it really impossible. But I won't go into that. That is like a whole separate like awful sad thing that everything I talk about I will probably cry. But yeah, I'm just trying to just go with it, and yeah, I read what I read. But I'm like halfway into my reading challenge. I've like done really well, so I'm really happy and pleased with myself. But yeah, we're just taking it easy. That is it for today's video. Comment below with what you read and what you plan to read, and have you read any of my reads? In particular, have you read Queen of the Conquered yet, and what are you thinking? Please tell me something good, because I'm really scared to read it. If you like this video and you want to hit that button, then do that, and if you want to subscribe, do that too and never miss a video. I hope you have a good day, I hope you have a good week, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.